Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Volume 6, Book 60, number 182. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. Allah's Apostle said, "The cans, money, the zakat of which is not paid, of any one of you will appear in the form of bald-headed poisonous male snake on the day of resurrection." Volume 6, Book 60, number 183. Narrated by Zaid bin Wahb. I passed by, visited, Abu Dar at Al-Rabada and said to him, "What has brought you to this land?" He said, "We were at Sham and I recited the verse, 'They who hoard up gold and silver, and spend them not in the way of Allah, announced to them a painful torment.' 9.34, whereupon Muawiyah said, 'This verse is not for us, but for the people of the scripture.' Then I said, 'But it is both for us, Muslim, and for them.'" Volume 6, Book 60, number 184. Narrated by Abu Bakr. The Prophet said, "Time has come back to its original state which it had when Allah created the heavens and the earth. The year is 12 months, 4 of which are sacred. 3 of them are in succession: Dhul Qa'dah, Dhul Hijjah and Al-Muharram, and the 4th being Rajab Mudda, named after the tribe of Mudda as they used to respect this month, which stands between Jumad, At-Tani, and Shaban." Volume 6, Book 60, number 185. Narrated by Abu Bakr. I was in the company of the Prophet in the cave, and on seeing the traces of the pagans, I said, "O Allah's Apostle, if one of them, pagans, should lift up his foot, he will see us." He said, "What do you think of 2, the 3rd of whom is Allah?" Volume 6, Book 60, number 186. Narrated by Ibn Abi Mulaika. When there happened the disagreement between Ibn Az-Zubair and Ibn Abbas, I said to the latter, "Why don't you take the oath of allegiance to him, as his father is Az-Zubair, and his mother is Asma, and his aunt is Aisha, and his maternal grandfather is Abu Bakr, and his grandmother is Safiya." Volume 6, Book 60, number 187. Narrated by Ibn Abi Mulaika. There was a disagreement between him, i.e. Ibn Abbas and Ibn Az-Zubair. So I went to Ibn Abbas in the morning and said to him, "Do you want to fight against Ibn Zubair, and thus make lawful what Allah has made unlawful, i.e. fighting in Meccas?" Ibn Abbas said, "Allah forbid. Allah ordained that Ibn Zubair and Bani Umayyah would permit fighting in Mecca, but by Allah, I will never regard it as permissible." Ibn Abbas added, "The people asked me to take the oath of allegiance to Ibn Az-Zubair. I said, he is really entitled to assume authority for his father. Az-Zubair was the helper of the Prophet. His maternal grandfather, Abu Bakr, was the Prophet's companion in the cave. His mother, Asma, was Dartan Nitak. His aunt, Aisha, was the mother of the believers. His paternal aunt, Khadija, was the wife of the Prophet, and the paternal aunt of the Prophet was his grandmother. He himself is pious and chaste in Islam, well versed in the knowledge of the Quran. By Allah, really, I left my relatives, Bani Umayyah, for his sake, though they are my close relatives, and if they should be my rulers, they are equally apt to be so and are descended from a noble family." Volume 6, Book 60, number 188. Narrated by Ibn Abi Mulaika. We entered upon Ibn Abbas and he said, "Are you not astonished at Ibn Az-Zubair's assuming the caliphate?" I said to myself, I will support him and speak of his good traits as I did not do even for Abu Bakr and Umar, though they were more entitled to receive al-I good than he was. I said, he, i.e. Ibn Az-Zubair, is the son of the aunt of the Prophet and the son of Az-Zubair, and the grandson of Abu Bakr, and the son of Khadija's brother, and the son of Aisha's sister. Nevertheless, he considers himself to be superior to me and does not want me to be one of his friends. So I said, I never expected that he would refuse my offer to support him, and I don't think he intends to do me any good. Therefore, if my cousins should inevitably be my rulers, it will be better for me to be ruled by them than by some others. Volume 6, Book 60, number 189. Narrated by Abu Sa'id. Something was sent to the Prophet and he distributed it amongst 4 men, and said, I want to attract their hearts to Islam thereby. A man said to the Prophet, you have not done justice. Thereupon the Prophet said, there will emerge from the offspring of this man some people who will renounce the religion. Volume 6, Book 60, number 190. Narrated by Abu Musud. When we were ordered to give alms, we began to work as porters, to earn something we could give in charity. Abu Akail came with 1/2 of sa, special measure for food grains. And another person brought more than he did. So the hypocrites said, Allah is not in need of the alms of this, i.e., Akail, and this other person did not give alms but for showing off. Then Allah revealed, those who criticize such of the believers who give charity voluntarily and those who could not find to give in charity except what is available to them. 9.79. Volume 6, Book 60, number 191. Narrated by Shaqiq. Abu Mas'ud al-Ansari said, Allah's apostle used to order us to give alms. So one of us would exert himself to earn 1 mud, special measure of wheat or dates, etc., to give in charity, while today one of us may have 100,000. Shaqiq said, as if Abu Mas'ud referred to himself. Volume 6, Book 60, number 192. Narrated by Ibn Abbas. When Abdullah bin Ubay died, his son, Abdullah bin Abdullah came to Allah's apostle and asked him to give him his shirt in order to shroud his father in it. He gave it to him and then Abdullah asked the Prophet to offer the funeral prayer for him, his father. Allah's apostle got up to offer the funeral prayer for him, but Umar got up too and got hold of the garment of Allah's apostle and said, O Allah's apostle, will you offer the funeral prayer for him, that your Lord has forbidden you to offer the prayer for him? Allah's apostle said, but Allah has given me the choice by saying, whether you ask forgiveness for them, or do not ask forgiveness for them. Even if you ask forgiveness for them 70 times. 9.80. So I will ask more than 70 times. Umar said, but he, Abdullah bin Ubay, is a hypocrite. However, Allah's apostle did offer the funeral prayer for him, whereupon Allah revealed, and never, O Muhammad, pray for any one of them that dies, nor stand at his grave. 9.84.